search it up. Actually, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying things. I'm like low tier. But it says on Google, a lexicographer is just somebody who compiles dictionaries. Or somebody who
So why are you talking about dictionaries when you're talking about models and paradigms?
They document meaning.
Makes no sense why you're going from
do you believe
dictionaries
a philosophical
from models. Hello?
Right. Exactly.
Hello?
So do you believe that somebody who does philosophy can't be a lexicographer? Do you believe somebody who does philosophy can't be a lexicographer?
It's not what I said.
No. When I was saying the lexicographer, I was in reference to the author who makes the terminology within his paradigm or his linguistic framework.
You do know that paradigms are not singular, correct? They have to be agreed upon,
so why
right?
can't they be models? But you're never telling me that.
I'm sorry. I understand paradigms within an agreed upon standpoint.
Wait, a paradigm is a consensus?
Quark slamming a palm.
Yeah, you can have a scientific paradigm.
I'm forgetting
the specific.
A paradigm is a consensus?
A specific
equivocation number one.
About scientific paradigms.
Equivocation number one.
But you could easily look up scientific paradigms and understand what I mean by that.
Scientific paradigms or consensus agreed by you.
Yeah, you would normally understand them as a consensus of models.
No. Scientific paradigm, from when you go search it up, especially from Thomas Kuhn, is actually a framework that is going to be recognized and encompassed and shared upon. But it doesn't mean that that's going to be a consensus, right? On something that's going to be...
Yeah, shared upon is going to be consensus. Literally,
yeah, I'm glad you can say shared upon,
not a singular.
The shared upon is going to actually be denoting what a consensus is.
Hello, can you stop over talking me?
Share. You know you can share food, right? But it doesn't mean you have a consensus upon the food, right?
Why are you talking about what the fuck?
Right?
A consensus of food?
Yes. No, nobody said consensus.
What does it mean to be a consensus?
Nobody said the consensus of food. I just said you can share food, and that doesn't mean that you have a consensus, right?
I just don't understand what you're trying to talk about in the first place.
Like your little dick sucker who will never crack you a day in his life can come up and just say it's shared upon.
This is amazing rhetoric, by the way.
I'm glad you could do that, but like I said, you seem very smart. So you're telling me a paradigm, a scientific paradigm, is a consensus, and you would like to sign off on that?
Yeah.
Oh, tell me what a consensus is, man. What do you take a consensus to be?
A consensus is just going to be an agreed upon viewpoint between multiple perspectives.
So a scientific paradigm is an agreed upon viewpoint and not just a broader term that's going to encompass different accepted theories or methods, right? Totally.
The paradigm would be within specific theories or models, which can be...
Number 2. Keep going, I'm sorry.
So...
Yeah. So
again, what are you actually? How about this? What are you trying to state?
I hope somebody's recording.
I don't know. You're just like arguing point from point.
Just a retard.
And I just don't understand what you're.
Well, I'm a retard. Whoever you are.
You're really dumb. Yeah, it's just going to be an agreed upon. It's going to be agreed upon view, agreed upon some sort of model.
Do you want to debate?
Indexed into that
do you want to debate?
So wait, can you recite to me what I just said? Can you recite to me? Can you recite to me what I just said?
Yeah, I can in a second. Do you want to debate though?
Yeah, so yes or no?
It's yes or no to you. Do you want to debate?
Yes or no?
Do you want to debate?
Yes, on what proposition?
And by the way, Quark is not going to crack you, but do you want to debate?
On what proposition?
Yeah, so I'll just be a space-time substantialist.
So like, what's
how did you get
proposition? What's the because I asked for a proposition and you just said
why can't I take
I'm a
that to be my
space-time
proposition?
substantialist.
How about this space and substantialism? Why can't I take that to be my propositional node? What's going to be the problem?
So wait, just to be clear, space.
Well, you're very clear. You don't have to say just to be clear. It's not going to help you.
Substantialist.
Oh, substantialist. Substantialist, definitely. Not substantialism, but substantialist. That's nice.
Substantial. So can you just type it out in chat?
Yeah, I got you, Lochi. So you can get your like ChatGPT.
Yeah. Just
I got you. So you can get your ChatGPT to like go ahead and configure.
No, I'm not interested in that. So this is, just to be clear, this is a proposition.
I'll be a space-time substantialist.
I'm just asking you, is this a proposition?
I'm not taking that to be a proposition. I never
Okay,
said
so
that.
when I asked you for a proposition to defend, you didn't
And
answer
what did you think I said?
Yeah, you said I'll be a space-time substantialist.
And do you believe
Whatever
just
that.
typing out space-time substantialism is that indirect? Yes or no? Do you believe the
What do
utterance
you
that
mean
I'll
that?
be this is going to be
Yeah,
what
that
I
doesn't
was
tell me.
with?
Just to be clear, asserting a theory does not tell me the proposition
So
the
hold on.
theory
Who said it
entails.
was a theory? Who said it
See,
was
that's
a
just a
theory?
blunder.
Who said it
Right?
was a
I can just
theory?
say,
You know what a theory is?
I'll just take the vegan position. That doesn't tell me the proposition veganism asserts. You don't understand that, retard.
Hold on.
Let's try this again, right?
Do you
So
think
I'm
I'm
gonna give you a
going to be
second chance.
inferring the proposition
What's the proposition?
space time
What's the
substantialism is
proposition?
going to assert right now?
Yeah, what's the proposition that
Do
the
you
theory
hold on? What do
asserts?
you think? What do you think my view
What's the
is?
proposition?
Hold on. Beautiful. What do you think my view is?
That I'm asking you to tell
When I
me.
say I'll be a
What's the
space time
proposition?
substantialist, don't you
Yeah,
believe
I'm
I'm
asking
going to
you
be
to tell me
defending the
what
proposition that I
proposition
am
does the theory
a space time
assert?
substantialist?
What
Don't you
proposition does the
believe I'm
theory?
going to be defending the proposition that I am this?
You are this?
Yeah.
What?
I mean,
Is this okay?
So it's bad looks for you. You're
I
not
am
looking
this.
good in any type of
Wait,
way.
what?
So hold on. When you're speaking about I am this, why can't I take that to be a propositional node?
Okay, so look,
I'm glad you can do your
I mean,
autistic laugh
no,
and then
no,
get
no,
it
no,
up.
no.
But I'm
See,
asking
I
you a
wasn't
question.
interested. I wasn't interested.
Hold on. I don't
In
care about what you're interested in.
you
Your name
being
is
a
Milano.
particular member of a particular theory. What I was interested
Nobody's
in
saying I'm
is
a
the
particular member
proposition
of
that
a
the
theory
theory
because I'm not
asserts to
saying
be
it's a
true.
theory in the first place.
So that's not a theory.
No, I don't believe it's a
It's a
theory. Do you know what a
fact.
theory is versus?
So
Do you know what a
it's
theory
a
versus
fact.
a fact is?
Yes or
Do you know
no?
what
Is
a
it a
theory
fact?
versus a fact is?
Yes or no? It's a fact.
what?
Do you know what a
Because
theory
if it's
versus
not
a
a
fact
theory,
is?
then it must be it's a fact.
I just said, do you know what a theory versus a
I'm
fact is?
asking
So
you a
he's
question.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
conceding it's
taking
a
that.
fact.
It's gonna be a fact. What's gonna be the
So he's
problem?
conceding it's a fact. Because notice how
No,
he's not denying.
Milano, you
It's a
are
fact.
It's either
conceding.
look. The claim is either it's a
Why is
theory
this
or
nigga
it's a fact.
retarded?
It's not a theory, therefore it's a fact. You see how like I
Milano,
performed an
you
argument
just
for
I
you,
just
Philip,
told
but
you I'm
you
taking it to
disagree.
be a fact. What are you doing?
So it's not a theory.
I just told you.
Yes or no? Is it a theory?
Did he not just listen to me? I just told him it was a
Yes or no?
fact.
Is it a theory? Look.
I just told him
Yes
it
or
was
no?
a
Is it a
fact.
theory?
And I don't take
So it
theories
is
to
a
be
fact.
facts.
Okay. So what proposition does it assert to be true if it's a fact?
Oh, who said I was gonna be making a truth claim?
The theory is making a truth claim, moron.
I never said it was a theory. You dumb
This guy's
fucking
an idiot.
I just told you it
This
wasn't a
guy's an
theory.
idiot. Wait,
He
who
can't even
who
track.
said I was making a
He
truth
can't
claim?
even track. This guy's dumb.
Nah,
Look,
bro.
I'm
That's a
asking you for
theory.
the proposition. Look, I'm
Who said it
asking
was
you
a
for the
theory? Who
proposition.
said it was
I'm
a theory?
asking
Who
you.
said?
I'm
Did anybody
asking
think
you
that I
for
said
the
it was a theory?
proposition. I'm asking you for the
Well, I
proposition.
know you're
The view
asking
you
something,
hold
but I
to.
told you I've given you the
Just calm
proposition.
down. Just calm
You
down.
just don't
I'm
remember
asking
it.
you.
I'm very
I'm asking
calm.
you for
You
the
can like shut your dumb
proposition.
ass up
Yeah,
though.
look, if you're calm, then you can respond, right? So
No,
I'm
I
asking you
am.
for the proposition. I'm
It
asking you
is the
for the
proposition. I've given
proposition
the
that the
proposition. Why
view
haven't you tracked the
asserts. What is the
proposition?
Milano.
proposition
Why
that
are
the
you like
view
on your
asserts?
like pogo stick running
What
away
is
from
the
the
proposition?
substance? I'm
What is
asking
the
you this one more
proposition?
time.
Like,
I've given you the
What is the
proposition.
proposition that the view asserts? Come on.
The hell? Are you dumb? What do you think I'm doing? Do you
Waffles,
think
you
I'm
doing well,
explicating
thank
the
you,
view,
bro.
or am I explicating the fact that I am holding to the view? Which one?
Why would I be interested that you hold to the
That's the
presumably
proposition. That's the
wait, do you hold
proposition. Dumbass.
presumably okay, look, you know what? Because you want to do
Yeah,
something
we're gonna ask you
uninteresting.
this one more time.
Okay.
So, do you want to debate on if I
So
hold
the
to
view
yes or
is
no?
Apollo holds
Up, up,
to
up, 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 up.
Mm-hmm.
You're stuttering.
space
Put yourself
time.
down. Your veins are too high.
Okay, so
Milano
just to be
slamming
clear,
Apollo
Okay,
right
what's the
now,
adrenaline
proposition
is
you hold
going through
to?
the
Milano
roof.
is
You'll
slamming
be okay.
Apollo.
Yes or no?
The
Apollo.
Yes or no?
Milano
testosterone
is
is blowing
slamming
your
Yes or
body.
Apollo.
You
no?
don't have to speak out. Okay?
Apollo, can you answer the question? Is this the
I've
proposition you
answered
hold
the
to?
question, dog.
Is
I've
that
answered the
is that
question.
the proposition? Is that the proposition you hold to? Yes or
Apollo
no?
holds to space-time substantialism.
Yeah. Do you
Yes.
hold to?
I
Okay,
would
so
like to.
what's the first premise?
I don't hold to premises.
You don't. So wait,
No, I
just to
have a
be clear,
different
how
theory of
you
argumentation.
you
No.
have a different theory of
Yeah, I hold
argumentation.
to
Okay,
assemblages. Do you know what assemblages is?
okay? Just go ahead and type that in. Go ahead.
Yeah, assemblages.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. You just answer
I'm
that.
typing
You
it
just like
down
type
for
it in.
you.
Yeah,
Oh
type
my
it in for me.
god.
Okay, so yeah, then obviously then. All right, cool. So
Obviously,
what's the
obviously,
proposition that
obviously.
view asserts? What proposition does that view assert?
Hold on. Do you think I'm making a proposition in the tip? Wait, what do you take a proposition?
Moron, I'm not asking for you.
What do you take a proposition to be? Hold on. What do you take a proposition?
A proposition. This guy doesn't know what a proposition is now.
No, I don't know what you
This is
think.
so great.
He's asking you what a
which is going to be a
purpose.
declarative. It's just going to be a declarative statement.
No, it's
that's either
not.
true or false.
No. Hold on.
It's not the case that a proposition is.
Hold on.
A proposition is not a declarative statement that is true or false.
They take a proposition to be the content of any sentence token, right? And it's going to be having the subject-predicate relation, in which can be true or false. You dumb fuck retard.
Yeah. So just to be clear, a non-declarative statement can be propositional. Yes or no?
What you say?
Yeah. What'd you say? A non-declarative statement can be propositional.
Stuttering is not going to help
yes,
you.
Wait. Yes or no? Wait. Yes or no? A
like
non-declarative statement. Can be propositional. Wait. Can you answer the question? A non-declarative statement can be propositional. Yes or no?
A non-declarative statement can be propositional. Propositions is just the content of the statement. So yes.
Yeah. So a non-declarative statement can be propositional.
Are you okay?
This is the guy. This is the guy that's curious to behind here. Yeah. This guy's a moron.
If I take imperative logic, then
Imperative logic. But just to be clear, imperative logic does not assert that. Just to be clear, questions are propositional. It asserts that.
Hold on, you just said a non-declarative.
Just be clear. Imperative logic deals with questions.
Do you know that
imperative logic does not assert that questions are propositional? In fact, what it does assert is that from a series of propositions, you can infer a question. You don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know why
Hold on,
this is sad right now.
He can't even track.
Nobody said interrogatives. Right now.
I said imperatives, so you can't even track. I said imperatives, not interrogatives. So why are you talking about
wait, just to be clear, imperative logic here also would assert that it would also not assert that the declarative statement is going to be propositional. So shut the door. Shut the door is propositional.
I said an imperative. Hold on, everybody.
Yeah. So shut the door.
Graham, let's ask you a question. Hey, yo, Graham, let me ask you a question. Okay. So, do you believe that I said interrogatives, or did I say statements, or did I not just say imperatives, or going to be propositional, which imperatives are not declaratives? Right? Like he didn't track it. He can't have your track. He's not
so shut the door. I'm sorry. I thought you said interrogate. Yeah, sorry. Because all the fucking slurring that you're doing and the you have a really large list.
You get pegged by your.
This is a proposition. This is a proposition, right?
When I say get out, I can take that to be propositional. Yes. Under imperative logic, you know that, right?
That's
so if I say that, then that means I take that.
This is a proposition, right?
They're going to be having the propositional content in the sense that they're going to be the content.
Is this also a proposition?
Towards the actual things. That's going to be a force. So if I take that, and I'm not saying I'm taking imperative logic. I'm just saying this is. Under that view.
That's a proposition.
Yeah, under the view of imperative logic, that's a proposition.
Yeah. So wait, go ahead. Give me a formal argument that uses imperatives. Go ahead.
A form of an argument? It depends.
Yeah, give me a formal argument.
What argumentation framework?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you choose.
Because how would you want to configure?
I don't care. You choose.
Every time you make an argumentation, you must have a language that you're going to construe. Hold on, put yourself down. So every time you make an argumentation framework, or every time you make an argument, you must have languages, right? These languages are going to be the definition of criteria.
What was the proposition that you asserted? What was the proposition that you asserted?
If I give an idea,
what was the claim that? Hold on.
You would have imperative, you have the dominant.
Like, I understand that you're getting beat down right now, right? And you're getting rhetorical outpaced. And you're taking rhetorical backshots from me right now. You're facing on ass. And you're about to form of wisdom. And look, I'm shocked for you. Right? It's really embarrassing for you that you're saying that shut the door.
You don't understand what you're saying. And I don't know why you keep on trying to overtalk.
Listen, this is your task, right?
You're getting beat on.
Form an argument that strictly uses imperative sentences. Go ahead.
So basically, we could just do shut the door and get out and suck dick and you can keep on doing that.
So wait, hold on. Shut the door, get out.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
Okay. Do I know what shut the door is?
Yeah, do you know what the assemblages are? When you use the and over is.
Yes,
Do you know what? Hold on.
the door
When you're not taking,
and
when
get
you're taking,
out.
hold on. In subject predicate
Shut the
relations,
door
you would have the
and
relations
get
that's
out.
going to be
Hold on a
external to
second.
the
Hold on
term.
a second. Just
And then you
calm
can
down.
just
Just calm down.
configure
Just
that
calm
into a
down.
structural
Just calm
configuration.
down.
So you don't
Just
know what
calm
you're
down.
saying.
Just calm down. Just calm down.
Just calm
Shut
down.
the door
Just calm down.
and get out. And you
Yeah,
look.
shut your dumb ass
Look,
up, bitch.
I don't
I
understand why you're
actually
just like spitting out
believe
right
that the
now.
assemblages are going to
Do you
be
sign off on
actually
this?
configured as
Do you sign
a
off on this?
structural configuration.
Wait, yes or no? Do you sign off on this inside chat?
Commands are not propositions. Imperative statements or commands are prescriptions. Under imperative logic, you would probably say that there's going to be this two-factor theory, in which both would argue that the imperative contains both the propositional content and the imperative force. By the way, whoever the guy who just pinged me. Now let me talk to the other guy. Back to what he was saying. When you're speaking about shut the door and get out and suck dick, it depends on the argumentation framework you're using. But if I were to take a unificationist account with the assemblage modification, then we would probably say this is going to be a structural configuration within the sigma, which can be counted as an argument. What's going to be the problem?
Yeah, so, okay, good. So what conclusion is it establishing?
What? Hold on. Do you believe that I need conclusions within an argument, in this argumentation framework?
I think you need a conclusion.
Yeah. What's the necessity?
The point of an argument, just to be clear, the point of an argument is to establish a conclusion. Right?
No,
now,
I don't believe that. I don't have to hold to that definition. That's a presupposition within your conceptual scheme.
The point of the argument that
That's a
you're using is
presupposition
not
within your
to
conceptual
establish a
scheme.
conclusion. And it's just not an argument by definition.
No. That's a presupposition under your conceptual scheme. If I had a different argumentation framework, right?
Yeah,
You
what's
don't
the
have to
argument for
have
that?
the argument that's going to be
What's the
composed
argument for
of a
that?
conclusion,
What's
right?
the
Because
argument
if we
for
have
that?
the structural
Yeah,
configuration,
but
force
what's
the
the
structural
argument for that?
configuration is going to have the
The
same.
argument for
Then we're
that?
going to have a different type of
So now he's
definitional
just going to
criterion.
continue like babbling. Yeah.
Hold on, chill yourself down. I'm trying to speak. I don't know why you keep on doing that. You keep on
Yeah,
monkeying
because
out.
you're yapping and you're
Chill yourself
schizo
down.
babbling. I'm
Nobody's
not
yapping.
interested in
You
none
just
of
can't
that.
track me
You
because you're
are.
like a low-tier
You are.
interlocutor. It's
Because
totally fine.
you're saying that it is not that an argument
You're
requires a
stuttering.
conclusion. Like, who would agree with this?
I don't think an argument has
Who
to
would agree?
require a
Please,
conclusion.
listen.
Like that.
Find me 5 people right now that would agree with this notion. Arguments do not
Yeah,
require a
sure. Michael,
conclusion.
yeah. I
I agree. I agree.
got you. Actually, I got you. Chill
I
yourself
agree.
down. Okay. So we have Michael Lakatos, right? He's gonna be like an
Michael,
engineer.
wait, hold on. We're gonna go one by one. So
Lazoy
Michael,
Antonis. Actually, Lazoy Michael.
yeah, just type his name in chat, please.
Yeah, sure. Lazoy Michael. I'm not sure if you ever heard of this practitioner. He can agree with this. And that's not going to be a problem because he has a preference-based argumentation framework. Lazoy's Michael. Then you have Antonis Kakis.
No, look. We're going one by one. We're going one by one. So let me just go look at this guy real quick.
I don't need to
Let's
give you
see
props.
if he agrees that arguments do not require a conclusion.
No, I'm saying he can agree with that because that's his unified argumentation framework.
So, moron.
Moron.
With a list of names
Do you
that agree
believe
that
in his
it is the
argumentation framework that he has
arguments
conclusions?
do not
Do you
require-
believe in his argumentation framework that he has a conclusion?
Look, I can just be agnostic, right?
Or
so
do you believe
just
that
to be clear,
don't you believe he has a preference-based relation?
What I asked you
Well,
for,
you can't be an agnostic. So what's your degrees of uncertainty? What's your degrees of uncertainty? I could critique the agnostic position too. What's your degrees of uncertainty?
Continue yapping.
Hold on, what's your degrees of uncertainty, you dumb fuck low tier?
You are.
Yo, dumb
Like
fuck
the
low
dog you
tier.
are.
What's the degrees of uncertainty? You know you can
Yeah,
actually
what do you mean by
critique
degree
an
there?
agnostic position. What's your degrees of uncertainty? Let's see if you're actually that uncertain. Go ahead.
What do you mean by degree there?
Stop stuttering. What's your degrees of
What do you mean by degree there?
Yeah, so when you take it about a degree, that's just going to be a parameterization of when you're speaking about uncertainty.
Yeah, what is meant by
Parameterization is probably going to be the
parameterization?
quantification.
What is meant by
It's going to be the
parameterization?
metrology. So it's going to be speaking about the metrology. When you're speaking about the metrology, that's going to be indexical to an engineering of a cognitive uncertainty. You're probably going to say that practitioner
just to be clear,
is probably going to be back onto a low evidence,
just how
low
uncertain you are.
evidential means.
You
So you don't
did
know what
all
you're
this
speaking
like
about.
jargon spamming just to say that the degree of
Jargon
uncertainty
spamming?
just
Is
to
it really
examine how
jargon? Is it
uncertain
really
you are.
jargon? Is it jargon?
Look,
You're getting beat on.
listen.
He doesn't know what
We
he's
can just take
saying.
like a
You're
point
getting
five.
beat on. You don't
We can
know.
take like a
You're
point five
confused.
prior. We can take like a
You're
0.5 prior.
confused.
We can take a 0.5 prior. So look, we're just gonna look for here. Lozois,
No, hold on.
Michael.
Sit yourself down, Milano.
Look, I'm not interested in the tangent. So
I'm not
Lozois, Michael
interested in your tangent. I don't give a
agrees
fuck. You know
that
I'm British as fuck. Now listen, I'm gonna ask you
agrees
this one more
that
time. I'm gonna ask you this
agrees
one more
that. Well,
time.
I don't
What is
think
your
you have
degree
any
of
place to ask me
uncertainty?
questions, right?
Hold
You're a
on. Can you
dog.
answer
You're
the
an outside dog.
question?
I don't talk. Listen. Outside dogs does what their master says. Okay. So what I
Was
want
that
you to
supposed to
do.
be hard? Was you trying to war from with us?
Listen,
You're
you're an
fucking
outside dog.
embarrassing,
So
bro.
look,
You're
Lozois,
embarrassing, my
Michael
nigga. Nobody
agrees
was with
that
you with that shit, my nigga. That shit was just
argumentation
awkward, bro.
arguments
You
do
killed
not.
everybody. Like dead ass. Nobody was with you. Dead ass.
Michael agrees that
Can we get
conclusions.
somebody to give him a pity laugh? Hey yo, Waffles, give this nigga a pity laugh. I'm sorry, bro. He needs that shit, bro. He needs that shit.
Yeah.
This nigga won't even give you a pity laugh. This nigga
Agrees
not
that
for you.
arguments do not need
This nigga won't give you a pity laugh,
conclusions.
my nigga. That's how, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. No, man. You're very
Oh,
smart.
that's
Yo,
crazy.
Milano.
Wow.
Can you tell me one argumentation
So
framework?
it's not the case that
Yo,
Michael would
Milano.
agree. It's not the case that this Michael guy would agree that arguments
Yeah, why
do
not?
not require a conclusion. So
Why not?
that's just wrong. That's just wrong.
Why not? Why does he believe that's
Yeah,
actually
because he operates
indispensable in an
within
argument?
frameworks where the conclusion is the entire point of the exercise. If he
No, he
believes that
doesn't. Not with
arguments,
a
yes, he
preference-based
does.
relation. Hold on. Do you know the
Yes, he
preference-based
does. Yeah,
argumentation
yes,
framework?
he does. Yes,
No,
he
he
does.
doesn't. All he's gonna do
Yes,
is
he
just make
does.
a preference.
Yes,
The
he
preference is
does.
gonna be
Because
everything
listen,
about what we
I
should
don't think
prefer
you
structural
understand. I don't think you
configuration given the
understand.
background theory
Wait,
and
I don't
given the
think you
accepted
understand.
argument. But that's not
I
gonna
don't
be a
think you understand.
conclusion.
I
That's not
don't
gonna be
think
a
you
stopping
understand.
point. That's gonna
I
be a
don't think you
rhizomatic
understand. Because
multiplicity.
if you just have
You
a
don't know what you're
collection of
speaking about.
statements, just to be clear, the collection of statements is to support a
We don't need a
proposition or a
statement. We don't need
claim.
statement. We can use default rules. You dumbass.
Default rules. This guy's just
Yes, you
making
know
things up as
default
he
rules in
goes. Yep.
contrast to a statement.
Yep. Listen, it's just going to be more dodging from this guy.
Dodging.
Yeah, you are dodging. Yeah.
Yo. So a counter argument is a dodge, right? Yeah, totally.
Yeah, so a counter argument. So just to be clear, why would I accept this counter argument if there's no conclusion?
Why would I accept this counter argument if there's no conclusion? Sure. So under my
I grant that you can
argumentation
repeat the
framework, when
things
you
that I say.
shut up.
I don't
Type
grant your
downloads here. Type
argumentation
downloads here. You
framework.
ask me a question. You
I
type
don't
downloads
grant
here.
your
Type
argumentation
downloads here.
framework.
When you're speaking
I don't
about the
grant anything you
argumentation
say,
framework, it's
actually.
just gonna be indexical to my
Yeah,
linguistical apparatus.
I
I'll
don't
probably
grant
say it's
it.
gonna be
What's
acceptable
the
under the
argument for the
terms and
argumentation
conditions
framework?
for this to be
What's the argument for the
multiplicity
argumentation
speaking about a
framework?
preference.
Okay, but
Now, when
what's
you're
the
speaking
argument for
about
the
the
argumentation
argumentation framework,
framework?
I'll just say that this is going to be true. Not even true. I'll just say it's going to be the case. I won't even hold the truth in this debate. Actually, I'm going to say it's pragmatically acceptable to be the case
What's
in
the
the sense
argument
that
it's
it's going to be more
pragmatically
aspect.
acceptable?
Hold on, chill yourself down.
What's the
Chill yourself
argument
down,
that's
low tier.
pragmatically acceptable?
Hold on. Chill yourself down.
What's the
Chill yourself
argument is
down, low tier.
pragmatically
When you're speaking
acceptable?
about the
The fact that you
structural
copied like
configuration
Apollo's
of the
name is like
argumentation
embarrassing.
of
The
the
fact that you
pragmatic
copied Apollo's
acceptability,
name is
this
embarrassing.
definitional or
Okay.
this definiendum
Are you a
is
fan
going to
of
be
Apollo?
it's going to be explicated
It's gonna
from.
be.
We would
It's
probably
gonna
say
be.
we're going to say it's
Ish. It's. Yep.
T
Get it
out
out.
and not
Go on.
explicable of
It's not explicable of what?
defeaters,
Not
and
explicable of
it's
the fetus.
going
What's
to
the argument for
be.
this? Yeah, what's the
That's
argument
the
for
argument.
this?
That's the argument. It's a
Yeah, I'm
structural
asking for the
configuration.
moron. I'm asking for the argument for
Why?
the
Why do you
argument,
think I need
moron.
subcompositionalities of arguments? Why would I hold to compositionality?
Yeah, because you take the argument to be the case, moron. So, like, what's the
Yeah,
argument for
I'm
the
gonna
argument?
take it to be a case until we get a counter
Yeah, the
defeater. Do you know
counter
what default
defeater would
logic
be
does?
that the argument in favor of the argument does not support the argument, and therefore
The
the
argument in
assumption of
favor
the
of the
argument is going to be
argument, the
unwarranted.
argument in favor
Yeah,
of the argument does not
yeah, the
support the
argument in
argument. Why is
favor of
that
the
not the case?
argument
That's
does
just a
not
negation
support the
part. That's
argument.
not going to
So
be a
therefore, the
sufficient
argument
counter
that I'm
argument.
asking you
Why would I
for
take
the
that to be a
initial
sufficient
argument is just
counter
going to be
argument?
false.
Why would I
Yeah,
take that to a sufficient counter argument? I don't hold to falsicities. Remember that.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah,
Wait,
I
my nigga,
don't
you're
care.
trying to
So
disprove me, but
what's
then
the
say it's false. But I'm
What's
telling
the
you, you can't
argument
even
for the
make the
argument?
false predicate because I'm an
Hello?
alethetic nihilist and I don't hold to that. So what's
I
going to be the
don't really care if
argument
you're an elite
again for
nihilist.
alethetic nihilism? You
Look,
dumb fucking retard.
look.
Go ahead.
I don't care.
Look.
I can just be agnostic.
I don't
I
care.
can
I
just be
don't
agnostic,
care.
right? I can just be
Listen,
agnostic. So what's the argument for the initial argument? Go ahead. Unlock.
what's the argument for the
Yeah.
initial argument? Do you believe
Yeah,
I
that's
haven't
what I asked
satisfied
you,
that?
moron.
Can you give me a
What?
counter argument?
Yeah, the counter argument would be simply the argument in favor of the
Making
initial
a
argument does
negation
not
claim,
substantiate the
is not going to
argument.
be a counter argument under the
Yeah,
paradigm. We
what's
want
the
to say that's
argument for
going to be a
that?
sufficient
What's
defeater.
the
That's
argument
not
for
a
that?
sufficient
What's
defeater
the
that's going
argument?
to be
Yeah,
relevant to the
what's the
sample
argument for
to the
something
sample answer
to
phase. Why
obviously
would
be
you
a
take that to
sufficient
be a
defeater?
sufficient defeater under my language?
I don't care what you take to be a sufficient
Then
defeater.
I
That's irrelevant.
ontologically, no, you
Like,
don't
I
have to.
really don't
When
care
you're speaking
what
about
you think,
when you're
honestly.
ontologically engineering
I
a
think
counter
you
argument,
could
I don't
think
see
that
why
like
would
your
you say
God or
this is
something.
going to
You
be a
can
counter
think that you're
argument.
the tallest man in the room,
I'm
the
gonna put down to
biggest.
question.
Like I genuinely don't care because it's already established that you're schizophrenic.
No, you're a
So
dumbass
listen,
shit.
what's
Like
the
it's not
argument
helping
in
you.
favor? Look, I'm not
It's not
interested in the
helping you.
dodging.
I know you have like
Listen,
meningitis and shit. That's not
I'm
helping
trying to
you,
be
okay?
linear.
Cheer
I'm
yourself
trying to
down.
be linear.
Now
I'm trying
listen,
to be
stop having
linear.
your Rett
I'm trying
syndrome
to be
and
linear.
stop
What's
having
the
your
argument for
Tourette's
the
and
initial
actually
argument?
listen.
What's the
So
argument
let
for
me
the
ask
initial
you. I
argument?
know you have
What's
Tourette's,
the
but
argument for
wow,
the
chill
initial
out.
argument?
I'm
What's the
asking you
argument for the
why
initial
did I
argument?
not satisfy that? How did
Yeah,
I not
I'm glad that
satisfy
you're
that?
asking me a question. What's the
How did I
argument for
not
the initial
satisfy it?
argument?
And where's your counter argument?
Yeah, what's the argument for the initial argument?
I think he's dumb. I know I'm beating on him.
What's the
Nobody
argument for the
believes he's
initial
winning.
argument?
Nobody believes
What's
he's
the
winning.
listen? I don't really care
I'm
what
giving an
other
argument,
people
you
believe
dumbass.
that I'm winning or not. Like I don't really care. So look, what's the argument for the
I
initial
don't
argument?
care. Yeah, tell me why I didn't satisfy the argument.
Yeah, just to be clear, the argument isn't
You're
satisfied
clear.
because I take it that the content of the argument is contentious, right? So obviously, I
The
want
content of the
another
argument
argument
is
to
contentious,
support
sure,
the
because it's
argument
the
in
feasible
favor of the argument
argumentation.
that you're giving.
It can
So
be
look, what's the
contentious,
argument for
but
the
it
other
doesn't
argument? Go
mean
ahead.
that you're giving
What
an
is the
actual
argument
defeater.
for the argument?
Saying it's going to be contentious
This
is
is
not a
just really
counter
sad.
argument or a sufficient
The
defeater
Oh
to
my
argument.
god.
dismantle
What's
the
the argument?
argument. So I'm
What's
going
the
to tell you this
argument?
again. I'm taking the feasible argumentation for a reason. You dumb fucking retard. Now I'm going to say this is going to be pragmatically acceptable in the sense that it has no defeaters that's going to be sufficient to dismantle it. So the assemblages of the rhizomatic model would go through. I'm asking you this one more time, and please listen, and please track. We're just waiting, okay? Can you please give me a counter argument that's going to be sufficient, and tell me why you think your quote-unquote counter argument was sufficient? Go ahead.
Yeah. So what do you take sufficient to be?
So we evade the
Yeah.
question and we answer a question with
Yeah,
a question.
dumb
That's
fuck.
nice
You
to
can ask
know.
clarifying
So that's
questions
nice
to the
to know.
initial
So we answer a
questions.
question with a question.
Dumb fuck.
So it's
Yeah, you can
sufficient.
ask.
Now
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
asking the right questions. Don't even
Retard.
worry about
I
it.
didn't know.
I'll
Listen.
give you an
I didn't
answer.
think I have to
I'll say
explain
the
that you can ask
sufficiency
clarifying
metric.
questions to questions.
Hold on.
Yeah,
Chill yourself down.
you can ask clarifying.
Chill
What do you
yourself
take
down. Chill
sufficient to
yourself
be?
down. Chill yourself down.
Now he's
Chill yourself
dodging.
down. Chill
He's
yourself
dodging
down.
now.
You asked me a
What do
question.
you take?
You chill yourself down. You asked me a question. Now, the sufficiency metric I would take is that basically we would say an argument or a counter argument within a paradigm of X that's going to be in the equal-sin, maybe like we're going to say equal-sin prime, for example. That would be sufficient toward the positive argumentation if and only if it dismantles all routes for that argument to be accepted from a preference-based relation given background evidence, preference relations, again, reasoning patterns, and object level knowledge. Now go against that.
Yeah. So what's the argument for that?
What's the argument for my definition? What's the argument for my answer? What's the
Yeah.
argument for
What's
my
the argument for
answer?
your answer?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is like a low tier. So now let's go ahead and
What's
tell
the
you
argument
this
for
one
your
more
answer?
time.
Yeah.
It seems to be the fact that I'm not going to be positing any claim as a definitive truth. Or as a definitive to be the case. I'm going to be positing the language that is going to be engineered into my system. Now I'm telling you, I would take that to be a counter argument to be
Yeah. Why
sufficient.
should I
But you
accept
said
that?
you given a
Why should
counter
I
argument
accept
that
that?
was
Why
sufficient. So I don't know.
that?
I
Why
put
should
you into
anyone
question.
accept that?
You said you
Why
gave
should
an
anyone
counter
accept that?
argument. I
Why
asked
should
you
anyone
to give.
accept that?
Hold
Yeah,
on,
obviously because
everybody. I don't know.
you're
Maybe
baking in that
somebody
the
has to put
counter
a.
argument I'm
Can we put a
giving is
muzzle
not
on this guy? Can
sufficient.
we put a muzzle
So
on this guy?
obviously
Can
you
we put
gave
a
a
muzzle on this guy?
view.
Can we
Oh
Yeah,
put?
yeah.
my god,
Have your dick
bro.
reduced
Oh my god.
mod abused, yeah.
Alvin
It's just
forgot to
annoying.
debate.
Yo, he asked me a question. Can I not answer?
It's
He keeps
me,
on
yeah.
what?
I stutter.
Yo, can you put a
It's
muzzle
me.
back on yourself? You asked me a question.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
so
answer.
Milano, stop interrupting.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
Oh,
stop
answer
looking
the
for the
interrupting. You
question.
argument.
keep on asking me
I'm just
questions,
looking for the
Milano.
argument. That's
Oh, shut the fuck up. Holy shit. So,
Thank you. I appreciate
answer
it.
the question.
I am gonna answer it. Now, I want to tell you this real quick, okay? And I'm just going to say this real quick. One, I have asked him for the argument, and I have asked him to prove that his counter argument was sufficient because he said he's given a counter argument, right? And I'm telling him, prove that that was a sufficient counter argument, or that is even a counter argument in the first place. What he does, he questions me, asks me what is sufficiency, asks me what is the argument that is sufficiency. You see how you evade? You see how you run away? So I have to keep on answering your questions so you could be the skeptic role, and you would never answer my questions when I put you into question. That's crazy, right? It's
Well, you
crazy,
asked
but that's
these
fine. I'll
questions,
give you an
Apollo.
argument. I'll give you an argument. No. It's fine though. It's fine. You can keep on being the skeptic. It's not looking good for you anyway. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna tell you what I take an argument to be, and hopefully, and I'm just waiting that you can actually track this. Okay? Now, I will take the structural integrity rule, for which the argument is going to be talking about for every relevant attacker that attempts to deterritorialize the break, that's going to be the stable configuration of A. There's going to be the counter movement B
Fucking
that
waste of time.
deterritorializes the set or defeats the counter movements that's going to be instantiated within the structural configuration of A prime. For which the admissibility argument is going to be as follows. You're going to probably say for all X within a set of Y, there's going to exist a sigma for which there has a counter sigma, and that counter sigma is going to be sigma prime, for which is going to be given under the J relation. And there's not going to be any anti-collapse mechanism. And we're going to say this is going to be all the case until defeated. Go ahead.
Yeah, you just like rambled on and on. And
is that
on.
an argument? Is that a counter argument? Go ahead.
You just rambled.
Is that a defeater? Is that a defeater? Is that a defeater? I don't care for the rhetoric. Is that a defeater?
Why should I accept your notion of counter argument?
I've
Should
already
anyone
told you.
accept that?
I've already told you. I've already told
Why
this
should
guy. We
anyone
can
accept
conclude.
that?
We can conclude. We can conclude. I've already told this guy. He didn't
Why should
capture
anyone
it.
accept
That's
it?
nice. That's
Why
nice.
should
That's nice.
anyone?
I've
Why
told you.
should it?
I've already
Why
told you.
should? Why should? Look,
It's
20 words or
demonstratively
less.
proven.
20
It's
words or less. Why
demonstratively
should it?
proven.
Yeah, what's the argument for that?
What's the argument for what? I've already given it.
That it's
I've
been
already given the
proven.
explication.
Yeah, what's the argument for it? What's the argument for the explication? That's what we're
What's
looking
the
for.
argument for the explication? So this is what we call good.
So
This
you're
is
just
what
gonna,
we call me a low tier. This is what we call me a low tier.
Yep.
Yeah, I've already
Notice how he's
satisfied those
dodging and not
conditions
giving the
prior. I've
argument.
already satisfied those
Notice
conditions
how he's
prior.
dodging and
The
not giving the
explication was given
argument.
by the
You
ontological
went on a
engineering.
ramble.
The explication was given by the ontological
Positing.
engineering.
Yep. It's an what ontological engineer? What does that even mean?
He doesn't even know what ontological engineering is, but you're calling me a low tier. So when you're speaking about ontological engineering, no, that's all he's gonna do. That's fine, and I can keep on answering it, and I'm gonna keep on satisfying it because I'm better than him. But listen, when you're speaking about ontological engineering and artificial intelligence, and you're speaking about domain theory, we're going to be saying it's going to be the design for the development of any type of machine-readable representations of the knowledge of a specific domain, or the categories, or maybe even the axioms, which are going to be configured in such ways. So that's why we have resource description frameworks. These are semantic technologies that's going to build the very web search of the semantic processing data and the intelligent data integration. So you seem to know exactly what you're talking about, Milano. Now, when you're speaking about your question, what is your for the applications? What is it? Oh my God! I'm gonna say.
No, I didn't say.
Here's what I'm gonna say. I've already proven it until you can give a counter argument. And that's what. And you haven't went against my. You haven't went against my framework. You haven't went against my framework. Where I said that I have to only go against. Hold on, you haven't went against my framework. Where I said that I can say a default claim and it's going to remain the case until you go against it. You haven't went against that. I've given an argument against it. I've given an argument that's already explicated.
Yeah, you gave an argument that doesn't have a conclusion. I do want to.
Yeah, I don't have to have a conclusion. What's the problem?
Yeah. You gave an argument that was. Look, I think anyone that thinks arguments.
Shut up, shut up. We can conclude. We can conclude. Holy shit. He's not doing anything. He's not doing anything. Yo, somebody stop this wreck. This shit's bad. It's bad. It's fucking bad.
Yeah, I grant it's bad.
W fucking wrong, bro. It's bad. It's bad.